Okay, so my oil's been preheating. It's quite hot. I'm going to turn it down to medium. And then go ahead and start separating. I just took some onions and I sliced them. So I'm just going to separate these and put them in my pan. Very hot. Hot oil. I'm gonna move these. So what we want to do here is just kind of caramelize onions. So there's quite a bit of oil in there because we're going to do the steak in there. So right now we just want to get some color on the onions and let the onions really, really flavor the oil. So that when we fry our, I can't talk today. When we sear our steaks in here, they'll be nice and flavored, and and then at the very end we're going to go ahead and put the onions back in. But the main point right here, the reason why we don't put the onions, or I don't put the onions in at the end, is because we want that flavor of the onion to really penetrate in the oil, so that when we sear our steaks in there, you can absorb it all in. And then at the end, we're going to add our onions back in and then scrape down, the bits and pieces of brownish that the steaks are going to get. So right now, I had it on the low because the oil was really hot. I'm bringing it up to medium high just so we can get these cooking. And they're soft right now, but we want to caramelize them. We want all of the flavor to be out, and the oil really, really flavor it up real quick. And so yeah, we're gonna do this, and then I'll come back and show you guys how we're gonna sear this. Okay guys, so just quickly I wanted to show y'all how I get it's called Milanesa. I get mine from Walmart. I really don't shop at Walmart that much. I shop at Kroger, but for this, I only find these this thin at Walmart. So these is the Milanesa. That's what it's called. Beef top round extra thin cut for Milanesa. So this is the one I get when I make this. So this is how they, excuse my kids, they're just got home from school and they're all excited. So this is how I get it, and it's thin, and and what I do, since they're big, if you like them big, you can keep them big. If not, what I do for mine and for my kids, I cut them in half, and they're still, bigger chunks. And then for my husband, sometimes I just keep them whole. So that's what you can do with this. And to this, I'm gonna add some fajita seasoning. I get mine at Kroger's, like I said, or you can just add salt and pepper and a little bit of garlic seasoning, garlic powder, and then these will be ready to go. So once my onions are done, I'll show you how we sear these off. So now we're back to our onion, and as you can see, some are caramelized, or I stepped away from them for a minute, so you don't want to step away from them at all. Some are caramelized, and there's still some white in there, and that's because we're going to put them in at the end. So that's why I want you to keep in mind. We're going to put them back in, like fully caramelized. So I'm going to go ahead and take these out and put them on a plate. And, just try to get the oil in, because remember that's where we're going to saute sear our steaks in. We want quite a bit of that oil in there. I try to make sure I get, you know, almost every single piece if I can out of the pan, because I don't want them to burn. You know, since we're going to be searing a lot of steaks, I don't want them to burn because they're going to be in there for a while. So I don't want them to give that flavor to they stick to the spoon like fake. Oh, well, there it goes. It just fell. Okay. So pan is pretty clear now of onions. Oh, it's hot. Okay. So clear. Now, you want to start this off on high, but if you see them browning too quickly, you don't want, because they're gonna leave like a residue in the pan, and that's where we're gonna put the onions back in to pick up, because that's a lot of flavor. So if you see them browning too quickly, you don't want to let that residue that's in the pan burn, because that's just gonna make your steaks taste, you know, the end of your steaks taste bad. So you want to start this off at a high heat. And if you think they're going to brown too quickly, like this one, I can already hear. So I'm just going to put it to medium. Not medium high, just medium. It's at between 6 and 4. My dial is just straight in the middle. So you want to make sure you keep an eye on these, because they are thin. They will cook quite fast. So I'm just going to show you real time how fast they cook for one, and then I'll do the rest. So see, I don't know if you can see, but out here, you'll be able to see that there's already some browning on the pan. So you can see at the outer corners, you can already see it's starting to brown. So you just want to flip it over. If you have a splatter screen, this would be a great time to use it. Mine, I don't have one. I need to get one. So you want to do these one at a time. If you cut them in half, you still don't want to overcrowd it, because you won't get that brownish. Usually they'll just start to like steam and, you know, like let off a lot of more juice than they are now. So you just want to give it their time. On the second side, it usually takes a little more time. So this recipe, actually, my mom used to make a lot. I just never asked her for the recipe, so I looked it up on Pinterest. So there's a lot of great recipes on Pinterest. It's just sometimes, you know, you want a video to go along with it. So let me know in the comments if you want me to try some recipes off Pinterest. Like, I was looking there, and I know I was born here. My husband's from Mexico. I was born here. He grew up eating Mexican food, like, authentic, like, completely. And I grew up eating my mom's food, so it was, you know, authentic. But I really never liked spice, like chile, like any pepper or anything, you know, it was just too much for me. So that's why when I make food, I usually make him a salsa on the side, or I usually do something that I can remove the protein. Like later on, I'll show y'all some recipes how I adapt it to us, so it won't be like. So you can see how I got brown on the other side here. Oh, I wish the lighting was better. There we go. You can see how that got brown. So you just want to flip it over one more time. And let it get a little more brown on the other side, and then we'll take them out. So it takes about, what was that, 2 to 3 minutes to cook. And that's why I get a little head start on these before my husband gets home, because, you know, I know he gets home, he takes a shower, but still, you know, we're 6 in the family. It's my husband and our 4 kids. So, and then what's left over, I eat for lunch next day. So I don't mind doing like the whole package and just keep it in the fridge, because usually it just ends up gone that day, that night. Or you can see it got brown on that side. So we're removing that one, and then just right in here, we're gonna add our second one. And so that's pretty much it. You just want to sear them all off And then we'll come back at the end and show you guys how when we put the onions back in here, and then I'll show y'all how I blended that salsa back here up and how we put it all together in the finished product. Okay, so I'm about to take these two out. They're about done. And as you can see, there's still, you know, there's bound to be some crustiness, brownness around your pan. Just make sure that it doesn't get too black. Or too dark, I'm sorry. So to this, we're going to add our onions back in there. And I'm going to actually turn low. What you want to do is you want to scrape all of that up. And as you can see, it pretty much cleans your pan. So now you can tell that they're a lot darker. The onions are a lot more browner. A lot more brown. What is wrong with me? Okay, so I talked to my husband. He just got home and he actually wants me to pour the salsa in here. It's alright because honestly, I don't mind. I mean, I used to not like onions at all. Now I don't mind them as long as they're cooked. But today I think I can do it. Or, you know, actually, I'm just going to pull a little bit of onions. Just pull a little bit of me. And he actually wants me to pour this salsa in and then serve that on the side. So, go ahead and take my blended salsa. You can do this in the molcajete, more pestle, but I'm just going to pour about a quarter cup to half a cup. And you will see how right now it's like a pasty orangey color. And it's always amazing to me. As that heat hits it and you start to cook it through, it turns like a more of a red color. And it's so satisfying for me to watch. Okay, so I just wanted to make sure that is heated. The color has changed. It's now like a red orange. And we'll serve that on the side. I'm going to go ahead and just fry up some. So, a tip I have for the refried beans, what I do is I get some oil in a pot, and what I add to the oil are 2 chiles, two chiles japonés, or chile de árbol, you know, just any small dried red chile. Pepper, and I add, depending on how spicy they were and I love salsa, I add 2 to 3, sometimes 4, and I just let those get nice and brown and pop with the oil. They're going to flavor the oil, and the oil is going to flavor the beans, and it's going to be so good. Like, my mom taught me this trick, and I love it. So this is the final product. We have our steak, we have our onions, and we have our refried beans. Usually I serve this with some white rice, but today I opted out of that. I actually made some cornbread, so I might eat this with cornbread. I know it's super untraditional for Hispanic, but this is what you can do with that. And then my husband's, his sauce is back there, so I'll just play it together in a minute. And then you just heat these up with tortillas and chancita like that. Thank you for watching.